I've heard people say that money's the root of all evil. Well, maybe it is, but it's also the root of all shopping. Hi, I'm Chris Castile. Welcome to Money Made Easy, the ABC Kids Guide to Dollars and Cents.
I want my money made easy. Won't you give me some advice? Gotta make some hard decisions, and if I'm wrong, I'll pay the price. Should I buy some jeans or sneakers, get my brother some ice cream, take my sister to the ball game, or save up and buy the team? Should I ask each kid I know to spare some cash to plant a tree? If they did, there'd be a forest where the starfish used to be. Should I open up a bank account or buy my dog a bone? Should I join up with my friends and start a business of my own? Should I save my cash for college or a trip to Timbuktu? There are oh so many choices. Someone tell me what to do.
Basically, money is power. Anywhere you go, there's always a place to spend it.
You need money to pay taxes and to buy everything that you really need.
I like to spend money on sneakers, jeans, shirts, hats, clothes.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
My neighbor's vacation, my vacation. This is too lame. Camping! Help!
Don't worry, my Deep Sea Crunch cereal is here.
All right.
Tasty, fruity flavors and 5 fun shapes, like turtles, sharks, and whales. And Deep Sea Crunch is a fruity part of a balanced breakfast.
Hey, Dave! Horseshoes!
Dive, dive! Deep Sea Crunch, for a limited time.
What's in the box? A puppy! Hi, pretty girl.
Surprise, surprise! New pet surprise!
Press the button to see who's inside.
This one's a puppy! I found a kitty!
Surprises keep coming and each one is new.
Wow, a pretty girl!
There's even a bone they can bite right through.
You were hungry. I love you too.
Surprise, surprise! Pet surprise!
Pet Surprise comes with everything shown. Some assembly required, each sold separately.
We now return to Money Made Easy, the ABC Kids Guide to Dollars and Cents.
Whatever you may think about money, the fact is you need it to buy stuff, to go places, or to save for really expensive things like college or a car. These days, we use paper and coin money that we can depend on. It's backed by our government, but it wasn't always that way. Throughout history, people have used all kinds of weird things for money. Today, we're going to find out about some of them. So stick around and find out what life was like before plastic.
Before there was money, our early ancestors traded things. It seemed like a good idea at the time, but it wasn't, because no matter what, somebody always ended up unhappy. Boy, I've been hunting wild yaks all day. That fresh lemonade?
Yep. Trade you some if you take out the garbage.
Nah. How's this for a trade? For some cold lemonade, I'll be nice to your mother.
Yeah, she's used to you, Grumpy. Dump it or a dry throat.
Well, all right, I'm going.
Hope he likes it warm. We're out of ice.
Most of history didn't have money. During the time that the Old Testament was written, during the time of Moses, there was no money. During the time of the pharaohs, when they made the pyramids, there was no money. Money didn't start until the Greeks, and that was in the 6th century BC.
Before there was money, people used to trade for what they wanted and what they needed, and we called that barter. So they'd swap things. If you had trees and I had seashells, we'd get together and we'd swap things.
Certainly during biblical times, we know that salt was valuable, and we know that Romans traded for salt, and before them, Greeks traded for salt. So certainly salt has been a commodity.
Friends, Romans, countrymen.
Lend me your salt.
I would use stuff that I found and that I made to trade for other stuff that I needed, like food.
I think if there was something you could exchange, it would probably be candy, because candy is really easy to exchange, and everybody likes candy, so it's not something that no one would ever want from you.
Sometimes at school we trade stickers and baseball cards. Some people who are like watching may think it's not a good trade, but if it's something you really want, then I think it's worth, you know, right? Worth trading for it.
So if there was like something that I wanted, I'd have to trade it with a friend or anyone who had it, and
I'd have to maybe give up something I really liked because there was no money and trade it for something I liked more.
We could trade things of like equal value. Like, for example, if all the money disappeared, but we'd apparently still have a TV, right? So we could just trade one of those for lots and lots of clothes.
But I don't see what you would do when your rent comes up. Like,
they wouldn't have rent.
Yeah, but it would take us a while to trade.
When your rent comes up, you'd pay it with a certain amount of food or, or drink.
The move away from barter happened at different times. In ancient China, it happened very early, probably earlier than anywhere else. One thing the ancient Chinese chose was seashells, a certain kind of shell called a cowrie shell, and they said, let's use that as our measure of value.
People used lots of things. They used feathers and seashells and dog's teeth and elephant's tusks, and they even used dead rats.
Dead rats? Ooh, sick.
What distinguishes a coin from other units of value, other types of money, is that it has a stamp on it by a government. And with this stamp, the government is saying, we guarantee that this piece of metal is worth a certain amount. The stamp can just be an image, it can be an animal, or it can have the name of the government, it can have the date, it can have mottos, but it can be very simple. Probably the largest unit of money that's ever been used are the stones that have been used on the island of Yap in the Pacific. These are huge stones, weighing hundreds, even thousands of pounds.
The people of the Pacific island of Yap used huge round stone wheels as money. This created severe muscle pain and a lot of aggravation. My back's killing me.
But you promised me new shell earrings for my birthday. The jewelry tent's just over that little hill.
Are you kidding? That's a major mountain.
It is not.
It's gonna take me all day. Oh, all right.
Don't forget the sales tax.
I think if there was no such thing as like little crisp dollar bills, I think basketball cards would be my money.
Like a Babe Ruth card could be a substitute for $100 and a Don Mattingly for $20. That sort of a thing.
I guess if there was no money in the world, I'd probably use valuable comics.
I'd use like shells because in the old days before they made money and coins and stuff like that, they had shells. And the bigger the shell, the more value to it.
I would use gems and stones because they're more valuable.
I would use things that everybody thinks has value, like gold, silver.
Probably use gold because you can measure gold on the, like, you can have 14 karat gold or 20 carats. So because there's already a measurement there.
The value of the coins that were made in gold and silver and bronze had what was called an intrinsic value. It's a very complicated word, but all it means is that a gold piece contained a specific amount of gold which had a particular value. And if you made it into the shape and size of a coin, everyone knew how much that value was.
Good work, Goldie. Keep it up.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Hey, Squirt. Meet Lisa. I invited her for breakfast.
Nice. Can I have another bowl, Billy?
Yeah, sure.
Huh?
She's got my Kellogg's Corn Pops. Stay calm.
Sorry.
Sorry, you ate all my Pops. Oh, with that taste like sweet popcorn. And all you can say, Miss Space Cadet, with my loser brother for her boyfriend is sorry? What am I gonna do?
Billy, didn't you have Megan over for Corn Pops last week? Megan Keller? I'm not hungry.
Aw.
Kellogg's Corn Pops is part of this complete breakfast.
I gotta have my Pops.
I believe in fairy winkles. See, they're moving in with me. Fairy winkles, fairy winkles.
Time to play with Tick and Todd.
Come to live with me.
They're in my secret nursery club.
I believe in fairy winkles.
And who's hiding my jewelry box? Prim, Proper, and Biscuit.
Believe they're magical, yes I do. I believe in fairy winkles.
Tea time?
Don't you?
I do. Me too.
Me too.
Periwinkle's nursery clock and jewelry box, each sold separately.
We now return to Money Made Easy, the ABC Kids Guide to Dollars and Cents.
You guys, let's think about one thing. Why is money important? Well, it's important because all the stuff that you can buy with it. Not only that, though.
Well, what's confusing basically about it is why everybody likes it.
Well, I mean, it seems kind of strange to me. I saw an ad in the paper, and it made me think that you take 24,000 little pieces of paper, right? And you give it to somebody, and you get this pearl necklace back. And it makes me think that they give these little pieces of paper so much power over the entire country.
I really don't know what to do with it. I mean, there could be so many things. I mean, you can invest it, you could buy stuff, and you could put it away and take it out later or something. There's so many things.
I'd put some in the bank for college and things, but, like, I'd spend it on other things I wanted, like computer games and other things.
I collect hockey cards or baseball cards. And
I collect comic books. I have every Superman comic since 1986, and I buy that.
Heard that before.
Oh, well, excuse me.
Well, I collect little mini spoons from all around the world, and I also collect baseball cards. Now, basically, I collect shells and rocks.
Like Emily, I collect shells and rocks and everything like that. And I also collect dolls. I love collecting dolls.
I also have a penny collection. That's not old or anything. I have 15,000 pennies. I have a penny from 1916. Yeah. Is it an Indian head?
No. It's just a regular one, but it says 1 cent on the back instead of having the little house.
Coins don't necessarily have to be worth a lot to be very, very interesting. Often coins that might only be worth 50 cents might represent a culture that's been gone for 100 years. It may represent a historical figure that was very important during the time that they lived, and it reminds us of that period of time. Each coin is like a storybook, and each coin has a story to tell. And just like you learn to read a book, you can understand the story that each coin is giving you.
One of the ways people start collecting coins is that they just get them. They get a lot of coins in transactions, and they discover that there are different dates and different images, and they begin to save them.
That's a ram's horn, that's right. And they got that from the Egyptians. It's called a horn of Amun.
Collecting coins helped me learn about our currency a lot. I have about 1,200 pennies in my collection. I like pennies because they're easier to get.
I collect coins not for the value, but for the history and the interest in the design behind each coin.
Having a coin that's over 1,000 years old in your hand is a thrilling feeling, you know, that millions of people could have touched this coin before I have. This coin is from the Roman Empire, and it is from when Constantine I was in power.
Coins each have a story to tell. They tell you what happened, who it happened to, where it happened, and so that's part of history. This coin comes from India. It's in the year 1947, which is the year that India got its independence. The most fun is to look over all your coins after you do a research on one coin, because that also helps you to understand history.
A few hundred years ago, there wasn't enough precious metal to go around, and people began substituting things for it. The first thing they substituted for it was paper.
For a long time in America, individual banks and individual cities could issue their own paper money. So you got very unusual denominations, 12.5 cents, 37.5 cents, the famous $3 bill, where there used to be $3 bills, and $4 bills, and $6 bills, and $7 bills.
Having survived an arduous ocean voyage, our forefathers faced another challenge, figuring out how money worked. This new money, it's no good.
No good? It's the greatest thing since stuffed turkey.
Oh. There's all kinds of bills here. It's very confusing.
Confusing? It's simple. No more lumpy coins and beads. Don't you see? It will make your life easy and wonderful.
You mean like when I was single? The first U.S. paper money was printed during the Civil War. In order to finance the Civil War, it was a large endeavor which required a lot of money. Prior to that, there were national notes that were issued by individual banks, backed by those banks, and of course there was coinage. All of our currency is the same size. It all has black ink on the front, green on the back. The printing that's been done on U.S. currency from the beginning, from 1862 through today, is actually the same type of printing. It's still the same engraved plate and the same printing process. The difference is we've gone from doing it by hand to large, very high-speed automated presses, from printing a few notes an hour to printing 8,000 sheets of notes an hour with 32 notes on each sheet. We print at the Bureau of Engraving and Printing 24 hours a day. During this year, we'll print 9.3 billion notes with a total face value of just under $100 billion.
I found a shredded up dollar on the street once, and I came home and I taped it all up, and then I went to the bank and they gave me a real dollar bill for it.
Yeah, right.
They did, seriously. My dad helped me put it together.
If you have a piece of currency which is burned or destroyed to an extent that it will not be accepted at a bank or a store, you can send it to the Bureau of Engraving and Printing. We will determine its value and send you a check for that. As long as over half of a note can be identified, the value of that note will be redeemed.
Isn't it amazing that no one thought up paper money sooner? I mean, it's much lighter to carry around than coins. It folds so neatly, and look, it doesn't make your pockets all lumpy and saggy. Not only that, some of the paper money around the world is awesome looking. And there are some really sneaky ways to keep counterfeiters from printing fake money in their basements. Coming up next, we'll learn about paper money and discover why it's so hard to counterfeit bills.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Dear kitty, kitty, kittens, there are so many kinds. Which kitty, kitty, kitten will I pick to be mine? She purrs to say she loves me. She looks so very real, with her so soft fur and belly. I love how real she feels.
I love you too, kitty. She purrs.
My kitty, kitty, kitten, she knows my gentle touch. She's my kitty, kitty, kitten, and I love her so much.
And now Kitty Kitty Kittens come with a personalized collar and a bracelet for you, each kitten sold separately.
My neighbor's vacation, my vacation. This is too lame. Camping! Help!
Don't worry, my Deep Sea Crunch cereal is here.
All right.
Tasty, fruity flavors and 5 fun shapes, like turtles, sharks, and whales. And Deep Sea Crunch is a fruity part of a balanced breakfast.
Hey, Dave! Horseshoes!
Dive, dive! Deep Sea Crunch, for a limited time.
Hey, Joey, I got some stuff you just gotta try. What is it? Pot. You know, marijuana. Well, I don't know. What are you, chicken?
Joey's in a jam. What should he do?
Get out of there!
You got it. Let's see if Joey's that smart.
I'm not chicken. You're a turkey.
He's right. Drug dealers are dorks. Don't even talk to him.
We now return to Money Made Easy, the ABC Kids Guide to Dollars and Cents.
Hi again, Chris Castile here from Money Made Easy, the ABC Kids Guide to Dollars and Cents.
On a $100 bill, I'd like, for once, a lady on it.
I think Christy Brinkley should be on the $100.
Well, I don't really want people on it. I want cartoon characters on it.
Mona Lisa's face should be on a $100 bill.
A football player, Lawrence Taylor, or Shaquille O'Neal, Maya Angelou. I think someone who should be on some kind of dollar bill or some kind of money would be that person who made the first American flag, that girl person.
Martin Luther King should be on the $100 bill.
I think that my picture should be on a $100 bill. Because why waste a $100 bill with a dead president?
No, I like the dead presidents on it.
What I mainly like is trees.
I like to see a horse on an animal because there's always a person in it.
They should change every year. The person who spends the most money, and their picture should be on the $100 bill.
Tina Turner should be on it.
I would put a president because people who haven't been on the dollar bill but aren't really old, like not George Washington or Abraham Lincoln. Because I think like George they're already on something. I think maybe John F. Kennedy because he died and stuff.
Yeah. And we should, you know, remember him and honor him.
Yeah.
It's a difficult question to decide who to put on coins or paper money. You could put your famous people, which in this country would be mainly our presidents. In other countries, they decided that the paper money should be colorful, should be bright, should be fun to look at, should be beautiful, and that it should have interesting things on it. So in some countries, they've put their local birds and their local flowers in Southern Asia. And in other countries, such as Ghana in Africa, they've put pictures of their typical people.
What I like about the dollar bill is that it shows the eagle on one side and the pyramid with the eye on the other and the decorations on the back.
I think that the part that says what is the most important part of a dollar bill, because that way you can tell how much it's worth.
I like those leaves and the decorations.
What I like about the dollar bill is the eye, because it's like somebody's watching you.
I like the part up on the top where it says this note is legal tender for all debts, public and private. That way I know I can always spend it. No one can ever tell me that's not real money.
A good monetary system, a good currency system requires money that's recognized by the public. Easy for the public to recognize as being genuine, real, and difficult for other people to counterfeit.
I think my mom once got a counterfeit bill and she wasn't really sure if it was counterfeit.
Was the wrong president on it?
No, I think it was like the bills and they have like a little curl on the side. I think the curl went the wrong way or something.
American money has little pieces of thread in it, so you can tell whether it's counterfeit or not.
Now in the $10, $20, $50, and $100 notes is a thin polyester strip that's located inside of the paper that bears the words or the letters USA and the denomination, $10, $20, $50, or $100, that can only be seen when you hold the note up in front of a light. So that the light comes shining through from the back and you can read USA 100 or USA 10. That strip will not copy and it will not photograph. Those are two methods that people commonly use to counterfeit: color copiers or offset printing, which is based on photography. We also have added micro printing, which is, as it says, little tiny letters, smaller than you can see without the aid of a magnifying glass. Let's say United States of America repeated a number of times around the portrait. That's the picture of the president or other famous person.
The most effective piece of anti-counterfeiting protection on modern currency is probably that of Australia, where they make their bills out of a certain plastic and they set in it a hologram. A hologram is one of those three-dimensional images, and only a few machines in the world can make these holograms. So while the government can get holograms put on its paper money, counterfeiters can't do it because they don't have access to one of these machines. For the same reason, holograms are now put on a lot of credit cards.
I think the most precious thing on a $1 bill is the face of George Washington.
I like the pyramid with the eye on the back of the dollar bill, and because it's weird and mystifying to me.
Children frequently ask about the owl on the front of the $1 bill, which is actually a portion of the engraving looking out over the $1 symbol on the upper right. When you look at it, it could in fact look like an owl. In fact, it's just the way the engraving turned out.
Money is really exciting to take a look at because it tells the history and a story about our country. If you just landed on this earth and didn't know anything about us, you could tell an awful lot about us from our money. Take a look at the light green part of your dollar and you'll see the pyramid. The pyramid is not finished, and that shows that our country is still growing. And if you look at the top of the pyramid, you're going to see an eye, and that's supposed to represent the watchful eye of God. The eagle is the symbol of the United States, and that represents bravery and strength. And if you look at his claws, you're going to see in one claw there are arrows, 13 arrows representing the 13 colonies, and it shows that we fought for our independence. The other side, you're going to see an olive branch with 13 leaves. The arrows and the olive branch shows that we're willing to fight for our freedom, but we really value peace. You'll also find George Washington, our first president, the father of our country, on the $1 bill. And that's something we're proud of. He's the first guy who was president of the United States.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Smash and Dave loves to make things crash. So Mom got a monster truck, mold and mash. Mold and mash, gonna have a bash. Mold and mash, it's a monster truck smash. Take a big wheeler, pump it up with dough. Mold and mold the cars, and away you go. Mold and mash, it's a monster truck smash.
Having a good time? Smash!
In it goes.
Whoa!
With Play-Doh.
Play-Doh Mold and Mash comes with everything you see here. Sparkling 6-pack, sold separately.
Good morning, class. Snap.
At school in Brooklyn, you're here with Kellogg's Rice Krispies are saying.
Mine says it's gonna be a long day.
The Christmeister! It says boys are so immature.
Kellogg's Rice Krispies cereal, the loud part of this complete breakfast.
The Crispinators! Mine say, please, no more homework.
What do your Rice Krispies say?
The Crispinators!
Time to bail.
Until next time, keep making noise.
We're the Kids Club kids, we just wanna have fun. The Kids Club kids to a speed case #1.
The Burger King Kids Club, where it's cool to be a kid. Once again with Burger King Sports, here's Steve.
As you can see, I'm here with the Kids Club All-Stars, sports toys featuring the Kids Club characters. You can collect all 5, one with every kids meal, only at Burger King, where the Kids Club is a winning team. The Burger King Kids Club. I love this place.
Captain O.G. Reedmore here. If they send the mouse to outer space where Hawaii's getting snow, if a Martian lands on Thompson Street, you'll be the first to know. If you read the daily papers and your favorite magazines, you'll be out in front and in the know on all the latest scenes. You can tell your friends, you heard it first, and you'll hold the latest views. So read the paper and some magazines, 'cause reading is what's news.
We now return to Money Made Easy, the ABC Kids Guide to Dollars and Cents.
The phrase "nothing in life is free" is pretty true because nothing.
I
agree.
Right, but wait a minute. But some things like you have to pay for in different ways. Like you can't. There are some things like money isn't the only way to buy things.
Like you can't buy the cure for AIDS. You actually have to put money into the fund and say, like, I donate $1,000 to the situation where they'll help buy more materials and pay more people to come on the job and actually find something.
Can I tell you something? The things that money can't buy are the most important things in life.
Like
friendship,
like
friendship,
weather.
and love, and education.
Because if you buy friendship with money, it's like people don't really like you. They just like you for what you have.
Yeah. And another thing that you can't buy is trust. Because, I mean, you have to be loyal to somebody and true to somebody. And, I mean, you really have to be, you have to work with them and try to be their friend.
Because friendship is someone that you like, that you have a lot of things in common and you can't really buy. Friendship or like love, you can't buy love. You can't just say, okay, here's $20, be my mom.
Thanks for being with us. I'm Chris Castile from Money Made Easy, the ABC Kids Guide to Dollars and Cents. See ya.
I want my money made easy.
Tomorrow, ABC is proud to announce the return of a timeless masterpiece and a holiday tradition. Yul Brynner, Ann Baxter, Edward G. Robinson, and Charlton Heston star in one of the greatest epics ever made, The 10 Commandments, on the ABC Sunday Night Movie.
To the ball game or save up and buy the team. Should I ask each kid I know to spare some cash to plant a tree? If they did, there'd be a forest where the storage used to be.
Sunday, it's the Walt Disney World Happy Easter Parade with Joan London, Regis Philbin, Nancy Kerrigan, Antonio Sabato Jr. Easter morning here on ABC.
Regis and Kathy Lee have so much in store this week on Live. Monday, the rhinestone cowboy himself, Glenn Campbell, talks about the ups and downs of his country career. And he was half of the most successful brother-sister duo in music history, Richard Carpenter. Plus, from supermodel to movie star, Andy McDowell talks about 4 weddings and a funeral. Later in the week, Antonio from Wings, Tony Shalhoub, and Kirstie Alley. So join Regis and Kathy Lee all week for Live. Join Regis and Kathy Lee Monday morning at 9 on Channel 7.
Hey, there goes that news van again.